minutes late, and I'm going to pump out one more lesson about blues rhythm. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I got a comment like, hey, Ian, I want to hear your take on blues rhythms. And I don't know if all of you know, but I'm a guitar teacher for a living. It's what I do. And this is one of my favorite lessons because a lot of my students come to me and they want to play the blues, but they have a hard time with the rhythm. So we're going to discuss it. So first, let's talk about where did the blues rhythm come from? Because like anything in life, you have to know the origins of where everything comes from to understand it. As in, when you graduate college and you get your first job, you're starting at the lowest level. And you're like, I want to be the president. But you got to learn how the company works to climb up. It's that same analogy. If you want to learn like how to play a blues rhythm and where the blues rhythm comes from, then you got to go back to the origin. So where did it come from? Well, blues was being played for a long time. But the origin of the standard blues rhythm that we know of comes from, believe it or not, now I'm sure you're going to have some fact checkers out there, but if I'm wrong, it doesn't really matter because it's what I learned and it makes sense. So here it is. It comes from cowboys. Let's just talk about cowboys for a second, okay? If you were a cowboy and you were leading, 1,000 cattle across the country, what's the one sound you would be hearing from the moment you woke up to the moment you went to bed? I'll give you a second. The answer is the horse trot. All right, the clop, 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 clop. Seriously, I'm sure they got real sick of it. So with the guitars in hand, when they went to go play songs, they innately had this ingrained rhythm in their head coming from the horse trot. Now, what does a horse trot sound like? So I'm going to make a standard E chord. Actually, yeah, E chord. Okay, and actually E7, even better. Okay, so clop, 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 clop. Let me get closer. I'm doing a palm mute, so you can kind of hear it nice and brightly, if that makes sense. Here's again, horse trot. Clop, 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 clop. Okay, so we have that to start with. I'm going to back up here. So now I'm going to play a standard blues, E7, A7, B7. I lied. I'm going to play it in A because one of my subscribers like, how can you play everything in E? So I'll play it in A. Here we go. So I'm playing A7, and I'm going to do the clops out loud so you can hear it. Clop, 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 clop. Clop, 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 clop. I'm on a horse. I have nothing to do. This is all I hear. So when I pick up my guitar, this is the rhythm I play. So, really quickly, what am I doing with my right hand? Well, Sean and I actually filmed a lesson. Sean Daniel of Sean Daniel Guitar. You can check him out on YouTube. We filmed a lesson. I think he's going to send it over my way about how I think about the rhythm on guitar. And really quickly, I love drums. You know, really I do. One of my favorite drummers is Danny Carey from Tool. I mean, the guy's just amazing. And John Bonham, John Fishman, of course. So, I've always had this ability to listen to the drum work, and I've also had the ability to apply it on guitar. Going closer again. So when I'm thinking about drums, I think of the E and the A string as the kick drum. Okay, I think of the middle three strings as the snare drum, and sometimes the high strings up here that you can't really see, the E and B as a cymbal hit or like a higher sound. So if I have this drum beat, this boom, boom, ba, boom, 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 ba, boom, boom. Or the A7, sorry. Boom, boom, ba, boom, 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 ba. So I'm hitting the E and A. I'll do it without the palm mute so you can hear it. So that's what you gotta do. You assign the strings to the drum beat, kick drum on the low end, and the snares and the hi-hats and the cymbals on the higher end of the chord. So that's how you do it if you're doing like a chugging one, like a boom, boom, ba, boom, 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 bum. If you want to do the same thing strumming, you just, so it's, okay, if I can do it right, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, clop, 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 D7, clop, 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 back to the A7. So you can do it with your tight palm mute and playing the, and I I know that you can't see my left hand, it's more with the right hand. So really quickly, that's called a Chicago style blues. So what makes Chicago style Chicago style? Well, Chicago style is a 4 count. All right, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have another one called Texas style, made famous, really, if you really want to hear it, by Texas Flood by Stevie Ray Vaughan. Not made famous, but you can really hear it, which is a 6 count, okay, and it's emphasized on the 1 and 4. So this is a little bit different. This is, it's like a waltz that's been double timed. So we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the ones, I'm hitting the low end of the chord. If I'm doing the A7, okay, an A7, there it is, A7. Now if I'm doing a Texas style, I'd be hitting the 1 on the low end, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 4 count, or the 4 beat on the high end. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the chords, I'm going to back up so you see all the chords. I'll play it one more time in the key of A. Chicago style, 4 count with the chugs, 1, which is the horse trotting. Clap, 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 clap. And then D7, I'll strum this one out. Clap, 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 clap. Back to the A7, clap, 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 and E. Clap, 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 and you get the point. And then Chicago style is the 6 count with a little swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So there is that. Now, if you watch my video on how to play an impressive blues, you're going to hear me playing those rhythms, and the better you get with your right hand of doing high, like lows and highs. I say on one of my videos that it's kind of like on the piano when you take one chord and going, instead of going dot 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 dot, you're going do bip bip boom bap boom bip bip boom bap, and it sounds more rhythmic and it sounds like you're doing a lot more than what's actually happening. It's not to diminish what's happening, but that's the truth. So you can take an E chord, and in the blues, you know, I think I do the Chicago style, and let's see, 1, clap, 3, 4, clap, 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 clap. So the basic rhythm of the blues comes from the cowboys and the horse trots and the fact that they couldn't get out of their head. Probably drove them mad, and then they started writing music and like, we can't get away from this, and next thing you know, they are owed many, many royalties. Okay, so I hope that helped. Any questions, let me know. That's the basic fundamentals of a blues strum in Chicago style and Texas style. Have a great night. I'm reporting out. I'm going to get some Z's. Bye.